I'm on the road and headed back to the Midwest after a wonderful time had in Aurora, Colorado, which is a suburb of. And I just wanted to come to you on this episode of The Simple Truth and share a couple of things that I observed while being in Denver. Well, the first thing I observed more than anything was this crazy weather that no one expected to happen. Rain that was unseasonably heavy and, torrential downpour, very short amounts of time. However, short amount of time produced a very high amount of rain. Secondly, and more importantly, is that I was noticing as I drove around the city of Aurora. That's where I stayed mainly. So the Aurora and Cherry Creek areas are familiar with Denver. If you're not familiar, you can Google it. These are suburbs of the Denver area. And I noticed that there were a great number of surveillance cameras at many intersections. Now, I know there'll be people out there that'll say, hey, it really doesn't mean anything. That's no big deal. But I do have to share with you, and I do have to make it a point, that it is a big deal when we see that we are being surveilled and watched everywhere. It doesn't matter where we go, whether it be ATM cameras, whether it be traffic cameras, but they will tell us that it is for our own good. Take into account this very important thing, ladies and gentlemen, that in Denver, you have DIA, which is Denver International Airport, and all you have to do is do your YouTube research, your internet research, and you'll find a lot of very sketchy things about Denver International Airport. But then, right there in the Aurora area, you have Raytheon, the company. That's something to pay attention to, something very important to pay attention to. Raytheon and a lot of military contacts and a lot of hubs of many of the alphabet-lettered federal agencies. The simple truth of the whole matter is because a person chooses ignore something doesn't mean that that same something does not exist. I want to thank you for joining me on this episode of The Simple Truth. And as I always tell you, it's the simple things that are oftentimes the most profound, but yet they're the most difficult to put into practice and to actually do. I'll see you, and you on another episode of The Simple Truth real soon. Thanks for joining me. Take care.